She smiled but didn't hold the line. Her laughter cracked just past the spine. She spoke but paused before each word, like every sound no longer stirred. I felt her hand slip from my knee, like wind that's leaving from the sea. Before the sky turned, the light was thin and stern. The sun still shone, but with a sigh, like even it had learned goodbye. The blue still burned before the sky turned, but love already ceased to yearn. She moved around like she was gone. Her body stayed but drifted on. The coffee cooled before her sip. Her name began to lose its grip, and in her gaze I saw a gate. She'd found the key, I found the way. Before the sky turned, I saw the quiet churn. The leaves all trembled without breeze. The minutes slowed like aching knees. No flame discerned. Before the sky turned, but something left that won't return. We think the sky must first go black before we know she won't come back. Some goodbyes are made of haze, of daylight losing all its blaze. Before the sky turned, she whispered with concern, not for herself but for the end that neither lover could defend. No wrath, no spurn. Before the sky turned, she let go softer than the wind. She stood there quiet, facing east, where morning light gave shape to peace. The window caught her silent stare before I knew she wasn't there. It saw her fingers trace the pain, like part of her was glass and rain. The window watched first before the goodbye burst. It saw her fading in her pose, the way she leaned against her lows. No scream, no thirst. The window watched first and knew the end before the verse. I thought we had another week, but pains don't lie and glass can speak. It shimmered soft, it dulled its hue, as if it grieved the coming rue. While I made plans and warmed the room, the window bore her coming gloom. The window watched first, its silence unrehearsed. It knew the weight behind her gaze, the way she packed her soul in haze. No break, no burst. The window watched first. It learned of leaving unreversed. Some doors may lock, some stairs may creak, but windows always softly speak. They catch the things we dare not see, reflections not for you or me. The window watched first, then let her shadow disperse. I found her gone, the glass still warm, still shaped like her departing form. No curse, no worst. The window watched first, and I was just the one she cursed. They say the heart still keeps a trace of every smile, of every face. But in this room where we once lay, not even shadows choose to stay. The air is flat, the floor is dry, no whispers left, no echoes cry. Even her ghost fled. No hauntings in my bed, no creaking floor, no candle dim, no distant hum of phantom hymn, just space and dread. Even her ghost fled, like memory too tired to tread. I called her name into the night, but silence swallowed all the light. No chill upon the window pane, no voice that trembles in the rain. She didn't linger, didn't stay, not even dreams come through this way. Even her ghost fled, left not a thread. No perfume caught in linen folds, no glance behind the cupboard holes, no sign she bled. Even her ghost fled, like grief that simply chose instead. Some leave a mark in time's long spine, but she erased both hers and mine. I search in places most forget, but all I find is blank regret. Even her ghost fled. No visions overhead, just stillness deep enough to drown. No flickers dressed in tattered gowns, no voice I've wed. Even her ghost fled and left this house too dead to dread. I wrote her name on notebook lines with ink that blurred through crossing times. It used to shine with golden grace. Now every letter hides a face. And when I speak it, it feels wrong, like echoes tone that stay too long. Shadows under her name, no fire left, no flame, just shapes of what I can't recall. The rise and fall of nothing small, no claim to fame, just shadows under her name, and silence deeper than the blame. I carved her name beneath a tree. It used to mean the world to me, but now the bark has swallowed deep. Each curve decay, each vow asleep. And still I stand with open palms, but hold no voice, no heat, no qualms. Shadows under her name, like footprints drowned in rain. No photograph could draw her whole, just blurred out lines where time took toll, too dim to frame. Just shadows under her name, and I don't whisper it the same. Some names survive in songs and stone, but hers just left me more alone. A word once bright with breath and spark now barely stirs the quiet dark. Final battles under her name is all that still remains. No syllable can bring her back, no melody can fill the crack. Just dusk, no flame, shadows under her name, and I forgot the way she came. We didn't fight, we didn't break, no dishes thrown, no big mistake. Just quiet evenings, side by side, where all the words had gone to hide. The tea went cold, the light stayed on, but something warm was dead and gone. The quiet one first, before the vows reversed, before the bags were ever packed, before the smiles had even cracked. It slipped and cursed, the quiet one first, and love forgot what it rehearsed. No thunder came, no doors were slammed, just silent rooms that slowly jammed. The clock still ticked, the sink still dripped, but every glance was tightly zipped. We spoke in nods and sipped the air, pretending not to know or care. The quiet one first, no warning, no outburst. It spread between the morning news, it filled the space like phantom shoes. No line rehearsed, the quiet one first, and took us both without the worst. Not all end, shout or rage or run. Some disappear like setting sun. And when you speak but hear no sound, you learn which battles leave no ground. The quiet one first, no blood but still a hearse. It claimed our house, our daily breath, and left us only signs of death, too still to nurse. The quiet one first, and love forgot the way to thirst. There used to be her coat right there, hung soft beside the wooden chair. The scent of books, a laugh at noon, a humming low that filled the room. But now the air is clean and cold, like something sacred growing old. When the room forgot the shape her silence brought, no echo rang along the sill, no breeze returned her voice to fill. Just time that fought. When the room forgot, it let her go without a thought. The cushion rose, the curtains dried, the mirror gave no look to hide. The shadows once where she would stand have leveled out like even sand. And though I searched each drawer and tile, the space refused to give a sign. When the room forgot, it emptied what was not. No photos blinked with secret code. No floorboard sighed beneath the load. No whisper caught. When the room forgot, it left me there with what it's not. Some walls hold tight to what they knew, but these let go as if they too were tired of names that wouldn't stay, of voices ghosted yesterday. When the room forgot, it turned without a blot, erased her footsteps from the door and begged me not to ask for more. No thread, no knot, no knot. When the room forgot, I understood what time had taught. The photo's still upon the wall, but something's missing in it all. Her face remains, the light is right, but shadows lean too far from sight. It used to glow in golden pine, now looks like someone else's time. She took the frame, left just the name, the glass intact, but nothing holds. The corners curl like stories told without a claim. She took the frame, and all the meaning left the same. I found the nails she pulled with care, no broken wood, no signs of wear. But where it hung, the wall feels wide, like love itself had stepped aside. I tried to mount a different view, but every picture bled her hue. She took the frame, not loud, not lame. She didn't need to take the face, just took the edge, the shape, the place. No one to blame. She took the frame and left the center out of aim. What's left behind without a line becomes too shapeless over time, and even joy begins to fade without the border love it made. She took the frame and left the flame, still flickering but out of reach, like words too soft for lips to teach. No more to name. She took the frame, and now the wall forgets to speak. What's left behind without a line becomes too shapeless over time, and even joy begins to fade without the border love had made. She took the frame and left the blade still flickering, but out of reach, like words too soft for lips to teach. No more to name. She took the frame, and now the wall forgets to speak. Her closet bare, her shelves were clean, like love had never lived between. No notes, no scent, no thread to find, just vacant space she left behind. I searched for something she might claim, but every edge erased her name. Nothing on her side, no trace she tried to hide. The bed still made, the light still warm, but all the meaning lost its form. No gear to ride, like she refused to even slide. I left my things across the floor, a shirt, a song, an open drawer, but hers were gone, not moved or tossed, just never missed, or maybe lost. The wall still held the nails she drove, but not the weight of what she wove. Nothing on her side, like time she nullified. She didn't take, she didn't steal, just let the silence slowly. No need to chide, nothing on her side, not even pain she tried to hide. Some leave with storms, some leave with fights, but she just vanished from her rights. And all that's left across this bed is echoes I retrace instead. Nothing on her side, not even words implied. No box to hold, no lock to turn, just quiet where the corners burn. My arms open wide, but nothing on her side, and all my reaching is denied. She spoke so soft I had to lean, her voice a thread, a silken seam. But when she stopped, the room grew loud with things she never never said aloud. Her final word was plain and small, but left a weight I can't recall. Beneath the sound she left were truths she never kept. A silence deeper than the note that clung like buttons on her coat. No scream, no theft, just sound she left, and what it buried in my chest. I play her voice on tape again, but all I hear is cold within. The way her breath would catch and pause, like tides retreating from a cause. She didn't cry, she didn't plead, but left a wound that doesn't bleed. Beneath the sound she left were questions I still heft, like chords that hung without resolve, like poems time refused to solve. No tone, bereft, just sound she left, and silence stitched between each cleft. They say goodbye is shaped by tone, but hers left shadows not her own. And now the quiet hums her name through walls that haven't been the same. Beneath the sound she left, my heart still takes a breath, expecting echoes that won't come, just resonance that makes me numb. No voice, no cleft, just sound she left, and all the truths she tucked beneath. Beneath the sound she left, my heart still takes a breath. It started where her shoulder turned, the golden sheen no longer burned. The way the sun once kissed her skin now faded soft and folded in. No sudden dark, no violent fall, just light retreating from the wall. Where the light undid, our warmth began to skid. No spotlight left on what we were, just shadows drifting out of blur. No lid, no bid. Where the light undid, we lost the glow we never hid. The corners used to shine with us, a radiance in every hush, but windows stopped their gentle play and let the color drain away. Her smile reflected less each time, like photos left in sun too long. Where the light undid, the love no longer slid between the cracks of daily graves, and just empty gold on silent space. No word amid. Where the light undid, we watched the morning slowly rid. I chased the beam across the floor, but found it knocking on no door. And when she turned to say goodbye, the room forgot how light replies. Where the light undid was where her shadow hid. No spark remained for me to hold, just dust pretending to be gold. No cry, no kid. Where the light undid is where our quiet truth was bid. She used to sing while folding sheets, a melody the floorboards greet. It lingered sweet on window glass, like honey trailing in the past. But now the walls just hum alone, as if her tone was never known. A voice that didn't stay, just slipped and ran away. No echo in the coffee steam, no whisper laced in morning's gleam. It won't replay, that voice won't stay. It left with more than just the day. I tried to catch it on the stairs, the vow she'd leave like floating prayers. But silence met me every floor, with sounds I never asked before. The breeze now speaks in stranger tongues, and nothing sounds where once she sung. A voice that didn't stay, no note for me to wait. Just empty space in spoken threads, and pauses stitched across our beds. No word to lay, her voice won't stay. It vanished like a vow delayed. just dove too deep. And now I strain through every line for something soft, for some small sign. A voice that didn't stay still walks the halls astray. Not in my ears, but in my hands, where absence tries to understand. No song to play, a voice that didn't stay. Just silence, singing in its way. We sat in chairs too close to speak. The floorboards sighed beneath our feet. The tea had cooled, the clock stood still. No sound to chase, no voice to fill. The distance wasn't in the miles, but in the weight behind our smiles. Until the quiet sank like rain in riverbank. We didn't shout, we didn't cry, just watch the daylight wander by. No plan, no prank, until the quiet sank and took us both without a flank. The radio had lost its tune. The curtain swayed a sleepy swoon. She looked at me, then looked away, like words were ghosts that dared not stay. No candles burned, but still we knew that silence does what flames can't do. Until the quiet sank, we drifted slow and blank. Our fingers curled but didn't meet, like songs unfinished, incomplete. No draw, no yank, until the quiet sank and love went down without a thank. Some say the end comes loud and wide, but ours just slipped beneath the tide and left us standing side by side, like strangers in a shrinking ride. Until the quiet sank and left our ledger blank. No ink, no echo, just a hush that swept our names in one soft brush. No act, no rank, until the quiet sank and all that held us came uncranked. felt it loosen in the breeze, the thread between her hand and me. A tug once tight, then slack with grace. No warning tone, no frantic pace. Just one soft pause, a glance too long, and everything we stitched went wrong. When the thread slipped, it didn't crack or rip, just floated out of where it tied, between our days and midnight rides. No tear, no grip. When the thread slipped, the world remained, but love it tipped. We didn't feel the final pull. It left no scar, no broken spool. But seams we wore began to fray, and silence wore the words away. She smiled like someone half awake, and every step became a break. When the thread slipped, no vows were lost or flipped, just absence slowly filled the seams and blurred the edges of our dreams. No storm equipped. When the thread slipped, it left the frame but took the script. Some bonds don't snap, they simply slide and drift beyond the reach of pride. And though I reached, I couldn't trace where she had gone, what left her face. When the thread slipped, the lights began to dim, and though her hand was still in mine, it felt like cloth without design, too soft to grip. When the thread slipped, we let go without the slip. No creak beneath her heel that day, no curtain flinched to mark her way. The door still swung, the breeze was still, but something left against my will. She didn't whisper, didn't sigh, just faded like a winter sky. She closed without sound, no echo to rebound, no clatter of a final word, no silence sharp enough to hurt, just ground unbound. She closed without sound and left the air too still to drown. Her cup remained a ring of tea, but nothing else stayed near to me. The clock hands kept their rigid pace, but every tick forgot her face. And though the lamp still lit the frame, the room no longer spoke her name. trailing coat, just absence soft enough to float. Call profound. She closed without sound and left me where no noise is found. Not every end comes with a chord. Some simply step beyond the board. And what is gone without a trace, his heart is still dead place. She closed without sound, no goodbye to expound. Just vanished in the breath between two thoughts too tired to convene. No shout, no crown. She closed without sound and took the world that spun around. She used to lean upon the pane, with morning light across her frame. The glass would fog where she would breathe, then clear with words she'd never leave. But now it only frames the trees. No silhouette, no warmth, no keys. What the window held has long since been dispelled. No trace of hand, no gaze remains, just light that bends through empty panes. No tale retelled, what the window held was gone before I even knelt. The curtain sways without her there, a dance with ghosts that left nowhere. And though the sun still finds its line, it doesn't catch what once was mine. The birds still fly beyond the glass, but none reflect the time we passed. What the window held no longer can be spelled. It kept her glance, her Sunday hum, her whispers soft as kettles drum. But now no meld. What the window held is just the sky where day once dwelled. They say that glass remembers shape, but even it can't hold escape. And so I sit and barely blink, as if the past could learn to sink. What the window held has quietly been shelved. No voice to press, no frame to trace, just silence dressed in outer space. No tear expelled. What the window held was all I lost but never felt. They say that glass remembers shape, but even it can't hold escape. And so I sit and barely blink, as if the past could learn to sink. No tear expelled. What the window held was all I lost, The table held our coffee rings. Our talk was filled with borrowed things. She laughed like someone on a train, already leaving in her brain. Her coat would leave the hook too soon, before the songs had hit their tune. No one stayed late, no hand to hesitate, just folded chairs and blinking lights that dimmed the heart of Friday nights. No twist of fate, no one stayed late, and I was left to clean the slate. Her glass was always half removed. She watched the room but rarely moved, a smile that nodded, not believed, a warmth that never really cleaved. And when the last joke found its floor, her shadow slipped right through the door. No one stayed late, just clocks to contemplate. The ashtray cold, the record stopped, the vinyl hissed, the bottles popped. Too still to wait, no one stayed late, just silence tapping at the gate. Some say love lingers past the crowd, but hers was never said too loud. And when the room began to close, she'd vanish like a song that froze. No one stayed late, no hearts to captivate, just fading breath and folding time, and glasses cleared of every rhyme. Too thin to say, no one stayed late, and love slipped out behind the plate. We stood between the open door. The words we knew had said no more. Her eyes looked down, my hands were still, a space too wide, a breath to fill. No argument, no final plea, just waiting on what couldn't be. Before the quiet spoke, we hung on every joke, like laughter might rewind the fall, like echoes might still scale the wall. No word we broke, before the quiet spoke, we listened hard to all we choked. The floor was clean, the air was thin, like love had left but not walked in. She brushed her sleeve like dust from years. I smiled too soft to catch her tears. A clock somewhere had paused its tick, as if the end had one more trick. Before the quiet spoke, the moment nearly broke. I saw her mouth begin to part, but silence beat her to the start, too sharp to cloak. Before the quiet spoke, it told me more than hearts provoke. It told me more than words. Some farewells land without a sound, but leave the loudest kind around. And when the hush begins to rise, it casts the truth we can't disguise. Before the quiet spoke, the room exhaled its smoke. She turned not fast, but like a thread, unspooling words we never said, no dream we stoke. Before the quiet spoke, I knew what love could not revoke. The chair still leans the way she sat, a sweater draped, forgotten flat. The coffee stain beneath her name still circles like an old refrain. She left, but not with a lock or seal, just faded into what was real. The memory left open, no hinge, no word was spoken, just pages flutter in the air of moments hanging half aware, not torn, not broken. The memory left open, like hearts too soft to say it's over. The photo frames still face her side, as if she stepped out just to hide. The scent remains upon the bed, like stories paused but never read. And every door she once passed through still waits like something love once knew. The memory left open still leans on what's unspoken. No curtain pulled, no final chord, just echoes dressed in soft accord. No token, no omen. The memory left open, forgets how to begin. She almost spoke, I almost stayed. The moment carved, but not yet weighed. Her lips began a fragile line, then folded back like closing time. No clock had chimed, no glass had rung, but something deep inside unsung, in the pause between what is and might have been. We stood like echoes out of place, too close to speak, too far to trace. No scene, no screen. In the pause between, we lost what silence can't redeem. The light was soft, the room held still. The window breathed against the sill. Her shadow touched the edge of mine, but neither dared to realign. The truth was near, but not yet named, so we just stared and left it framed. In the pause between, no lies, no sweet routine, just tension thin as autumn's air, where words were ghosts that wouldn't dare. No loud machine. In the pause between, we watched the quiet intervene. They say love ends with storms or sighs, but ours dissolved in still goodbyes. Not said aloud, not marked in ink, just slipped beneath the floor, I think. In the pause between, the world turned evergreen. We stayed in gray, afraid to leave, too faint to stay. No king, no queen. In the pause between, we left and never broke the scene. She left no mark upon the chair, no scent of jasmine in the air, but stillness swept across the floor and painted shapes I can't ignore. No colors loud, no canvas white, just shadow sketches in the light. What the stillness drew was more than farewells do. It shaped the way the silence curled around the edges of my world. No clue, no cue. What the stillness drew was all she meant without a view. The mirror caught her not today, but framed the emptiness her way. A pillow leaned where dreams once fell, a lamp turned off but warm as well. Each quiet thing she never said now lives in corners of my bed. What the stillness drew was memory in hue. Not in her voice, not in her name, and in the way the windows frame the love we knew. What the stillness drew were lines that time could not undo. Some endings ring like final bells, but others hum in softer spells. And when the room forgets her face, the silence sketches back her place. And what the stillness drew is all I still walk through. Not ghosts, not grief, just tender air that speaks of someone once so fair, too soft, too. What the stillness drew was her in everything